Every drop tells a story, every heartbeat, a connection. This is the mother's milk journey.
You look at the bottle after pumping and your heart drops. The milk looks so thin, almost like water. Is this really enough for my baby? You whisper to yourself. The doubt creeps in fast, louder than your heartbeat. But here's the truth that no one tells you. What you see in that bottle is not weakness, it's wisdom. Your body knows exactly what your baby needs, moment by moment. And once you understand how it works, everything changes. If this feels familiar, take a deep breath, stay with me, and let's walk through this together. Your journey starts here. Don't forget to subscribe and share your own story below so we can learn from one another. Hi, I'm Dr. Emma Lewis, a pediatrician and certified lactation consultant. Over the past 10 years, I've walked beside hundreds of mothers who looked at their milk and thought, "It's too thin. My baby must be hungry." I remember the same look in their eyes, fear, guilt, and exhaustion all wrapped together. But here's what I've learned. Your body is smarter than you think. Every drop of milk you make is living nutrition, perfectly designed to match your baby's needs from hour to hour. When you understand how it works, that fear slowly melts away, replaced by confidence and calm. In this video, I'll show you 3 truths that every mother deserves to know. How your milk naturally changes from watery to creamy within minutes, why its color can shift safely day by day, and how to tell if your baby is truly satisfied, without guessing or comparing. So stay close, take a sip of water, breathe deeply, and let's untangle the myths together. If something in this feels familiar, tap that like button or leave a comment about your own experience. Your story might comfort another mother tonight. Mistake number 1, thinking thin. Milk means weak milk. When I sit with new mothers in my clinic, I often hear the same trembling question, "Dr. Lewis, my milk looks so watery. Is it weak?" I always smile softly and say, "No, love. What you see is nature's design, not a flaw." Here's what's really happening inside your body. At the beginning of each feeding, your breasts release what's called foremilk. It's lighter in color and thinner in texture, filled with water, lactose, and vitamins. This part helps your baby quench thirst and prepare the body for deeper feeding. As the minutes pass, that milk slowly transforms into hindmilk, thicker, creamier, and richer in fat. This later milk is what keeps your baby full, helps with steady weight gain, and builds the soft, sweet rolls on their arms that mothers love to kiss. Think of it like a meal. Foremilk is the cool drink before dinner. Hindmilk is the nourishing main dish. Your baby needs both. But here's where the confusion begins. When you pump for a few minutes and stop early, most of what you collect is foremilk. It looks watery, almost transparent, and your heart sinks. You compare it to pictures online or to another mom's milk, and suddenly you feel like you've failed. You haven't. What your eyes see is only one small moment in a long, intelligent process. Your body isn't a factory producing identical bottles. It's a living system that adjusts second by second. Even that thin milk contains antibodies, enzymes, and protective cells your baby cannot get from any formula on Earth. I remember Sarah, a mother who cried in my office after pumping for 2 weeks. She said, "It just looks like water. My baby must be starving." But when we weighed her baby, he was perfectly healthy, gaining exactly as expected. She stared at the number on the scale and whispered, "So my milk is actually working?" I smiled and said, "Yes, Sarah. Your milk is perfect. It's alive, and it's enough. So next time you look at that light-colored milk in your bottle, don't panic. Whisper to yourself, 'This is foremilk. It's meant to look this way.' Trust the rhythm of your baby's suck, not the color of your milk. Take a slow breath right now. Inhale, exhale, and remember, you are feeding your child exactly as nature intended. If this eased your heart even a little, give this video a like and tell me in the comments what your milk looks like today. Your story might help another tired mother realize she's already doing enough. And if you'd like to keep learning how your body truly works, subscribe so we can keep walking this journey together. Mistake number 2, believing milk color changes means something is wrong. One day, a mother showed me a bottle of her milk with a worried face. "Dr. Lewis," she said softly, "yesterday it looked white. Today it's almost yellow. Did something go wrong?" I looked at the bottle and smiled. No, nothing is wrong. In fact, that color change is a beautiful sign. Your body is doing exactly what it should. Most mothers don't realize that human milk is a living, changing fluid. Its color, texture, and even scent shift from day to day depending on your body's rhythm and your baby's needs. When you eat foods rich in beta-carotene, like sweet potatoes or carrots, your milk may take on a warm, golden tone. When you've been drinking more water, it might appear lighter and clearer. After exercise or during hot weather, your milk becomes naturally thinner to keep your baby hydrated. Even the time of day matters. Morning milk is often higher in volume and lighter in color. Evening milk is thicker, full of melatonin to help your baby rest. Your body is constantly listening, adapting, balancing. It's not random, it's wisdom in motion. Sometimes, when milk cools or is stored in the fridge, you'll notice a thin layer of cream floating to the top or a slightly blue hue below. That separation is perfectly normal. It's simply fat rising above liquid, just like natural cream on cow's milk. A gentle swirl brings it right back together. So if your milk looks pale one day, yellow the next, and slightly greenish after a spinach-heavy lunch, smile. You're witnessing biology at work, not a sign of failure. Your baby is still getting everything they need, every single time. However, let's be clear about one thing. If you ever notice pink, rusty, or bloody milk, or if you experience sharp pain, swelling, or fever, that's when you should reach out to a healthcare provider. Those signs could mean infection or cracked tissue, and they deserve care. Not panic, just attention. I once had a mom named Julia who almost stopped breastfeeding because her milk looked too yellow. She thought it was spoiled. When I explained it was simply richer in fat that week, she laughed and said, "So my milk just got an upgrade?" We both smiled. Yes, exactly that. An upgrade made by her own body. So, dear mama, the next time you notice your milk changing color, whisper, "My body is adjusting for my baby." Let go of worry and see that shift as proof of how smart your body truly is. If this moment of truth brought you relief, take a second to breathe and tap the like button. Share your own milk color story in the comments. Was it golden, pale, or creamy today? You never know who might read your words and finally stop doubting herself. And if you want to keep learning the gentle science behind your body's magic, subscribe and join our circle of mothers healing together. Mistake number 3, believing you don't have enough milk because you pump so little. When a mother sits across from me with tears in her eyes, holding a bottle with barely an ounce inside, I know the look. That quiet fear, that question she can't even say out loud. Why can't my body give more? Here's what I always tell her. What you pump is not what your baby drinks. A pump is made of plastic and suction. Your baby is made of warmth and love. Those are two completely different systems. The pump can never copy the soft pressure of a baby's lips, the rhythm of their tongue, or the oxytocin rush you feel when their skin touches yours. That hormone, the love hormone, is what truly lets milk flow. Without it, your body holds back, protecting what it's made. So if you see just a few drops after pumping, don't panic. That's not the measure of your worth or your body's ability. It's only a snapshot of a moment, often taken when you're tired, rushed, and maybe even a little anxious. Milk production works on a simple, beautiful rule. Supply follows demand. When your baby nurses more often, your body gets the message to make more milk. When you rest, eat, and hydrate, that message grows stronger. But when stress takes over, when you stare at the bottle and doubt yourself, your brain sends the opposite message: hold back. I remember a mother named Lena who called me late one night, exhausted. "I pump only 30 milliliters," she said, "but my friend gets 5 ounces. I asked her to tell me about her baby, how many wet diapers, how her baby acted after feeding. Her voice softened. "He seems full. He sleeps peacefully." That was the real answer. Her baby was fine. Her milk was enough. Each woman's storage capacity, hormone rhythm, and letdown speed are unique. Comparing your volume to someone else's is like comparing fingerprints. It makes no sense. Here's what truly matters: your baby's steady weight gain, your baby's calm satisfaction after feeding, your baby's wet diapers and sweet, milky smell. Those are the real indicators, not the ounces in a bottle. So next time you see a small amount after pumping, whisper this truth to yourself: my pump doesn't measure my love. My baby does. Take a deep breath. Feel your chest rise. Your body knows exactly what to do if you let it. If this moment brought you comfort, press the like button and share how you remind yourself to trust your body. Your words might reach another mother sitting in her kitchen tonight, staring at a bottle that feels too empty. And if you'd like to keep walking this journey together, subscribe and let's keep learning, one calm breath at a time. Let's pause for a moment, Mama. Take a slow, deep breath in and out. Now, let's gather everything we've learned together. Over these past few minutes, you've seen 3 powerful truths, each one small but capable of rewriting the story you've been telling yourself. Truth number 1: thin milk is not weak milk. What looks watery is simply foremilk, nature's first refreshment. It's how your baby quenches thirst and warms up for the deeper, creamier milk that follows. Both are vital, 2 parts of one beautiful design. Truth number 2: changing milk color doesn't mean something is wrong. It means your body is listening to your food, to the weather, to your baby's cues, and adjusting in real time. That gentle shift from clear to golden, from blue to white, is your body whispering, "I'm paying attention." Truth number 3: the amount you pump does not define your body's ability. Your baby and your pump do not speak the same language. A pump pulls with suction, your baby drinks with love. And love, together with rest, touch, and trust, is what truly unlocks your milk flow. So the next time you question your body, remember this rhythm. Breathe, rest, trust, breathe, because oxygen calms your hormones and opens your flow. Rest, because your body heals and produces through peace, not pressure. Trust, because every drop you make is your body's quiet promise: I'm still here. I'm still working for you and your baby. When you embrace these truths, you stop fighting your body and start partnering with it. You begin to see that breastfeeding isn't about performance. It's about connection. It's about 2 hearts syncing to the same rhythm, learning from each other day by day. You are not falling behind. You are learning the language of your own milk, and in that language, there are no words for failure, only progress, only growth, only love. So tonight, when you feed your baby, don't stare at the bottle. Look at their eyes. Feel their warmth. That's your measure of enough. If this message touched something inside you, I invite you to share this video with another mom who might be doubting herself right now. Hit like if you want to remember this feeling on hard days, and tell me in the comments which of these truths spoke to you the most. And if you want to keep learning the science behind your body's wisdom, subscribe, because here, we learn not through fear, but through trust. I'll never forget the day I met Aya. She walked into my clinic with her newborn in her arms, eyes tired, voice trembling. She held up a small bottle of milk and said softly, "Dr. Lewis, this is all I have. It looks so thin. Maybe my body isn't good at this." I invited her to sit. Her baby, still asleep, made tiny breaths against her chest. The air in the room was quiet, fragile. I remember thinking how often I'd seen this moment before, when a mother stands at the edge of giving up, not because she lacks milk, but because she lacks faith in herself. We talked for a long time that afternoon. I explained how milk changes from foremilk to hindmilk, how color doesn't measure strength, how her baby's peaceful sleep is the body's proof of success. But beyond the science, I told her something deeper. Your body remembers how to feed your baby. It has done this since the beginning of life itself. She started to cry. Not from sadness, but from release. Her tears were soft, like the first drops of milk after a painful letdown. That night, she sent me a message with a photo, her baby sleeping soundly, cheeks round and pink, lips glistening with milk. She wrote, "I stopped judging my milk. I started trusting it. I still keep that message on my phone. It reminds me why I do this work, not just to explain biology, but to help mothers breathe again, to remind them they're already enough. Because somewhere between exhaustion and love, between crying at 3 a.m. and whispering lullabies, a mother forgets to trust her own body. She forgets that feeding isn't only about milk, it's about connection. The heartbeat your baby hears against your chest is their favorite song. The warmth of your arms tells them they are safe. And that, dear mama, is nourishment too. You don't need to prove your strength. You already show it every single day, in the moments no one else sees. When you wake in the dark, when you keep holding your baby even when your arms ache, when you wipe away your tears and whisper, "It's okay, I've got you." That is motherhood. That is enough. So tonight, before you close your eyes, I want you to pause. Place your hand over your heart. Feel it beat, the same rhythm that once beat inside your baby's tiny body. That connection never disappeared. Whisper to yourself, "My milk is enough. My body knows. My love is working." If Aya's story feels like your story, know that you are not alone. Every mother here carries the same hope, the same fear, the same tenderness. Leave a heart in the comments if this reminded you to believe in yourself again. And if these words made you exhale, even for a second, share this video with another mother who might need that same breath of peace tonight. You might be the reason she decides to keep going. If you've made it to this moment, take one more slow breath with me. You've learned, you've listened, and most of all, you've trusted. That's the beginning of every healing journey. Here, in the Mother's Milk Journey, you are never alone. This space was created so mothers could breathe again, without shame or fear, just truth, compassion, and support. So if today's story helped your heart rest a little, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe and stay with us. Every week, we'll explore the gentle science behind your body and the quiet magic of connection. Tap like if this reminded you that your milk is enough. Leave a comment to tell me what moment touched you most. And please share this video with another mama who might be doubting herself tonight. Together, we'll keep rewriting the story of motherhood, one calm breath at a time.